We have three plural words, right? Who are these?
Influences, requires, and factors.
Requires is not plural, it's a verb S, right? So only two word options are there for the second gap. So these two words should, either of these two words should go. Now, influences, just some of the many influences. Think about the topic of the passage, context. Context hoche research. Context hoche method. Context hoche questionnaires. এখন এইটার ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের ইনফ্লুয়েন্স যাবে নাকি ফ্যাক্টর যাবে? So as we are talking about research and questionnaires, factors should go. Factors মানে কি? Some principles, some rules, some ideas, এরকম। ফার্স্টটা তো অপশন। তার মানে এখানে ইনফ্লুয়েন্সেস এর কোনো কনটেক্সট ওয়াইজ কোনো ফাংশন নাই। ইনফ্লুয়েন্স হইতে পারতো যেমন পাবলিক ফিগার, একটা নিউজ which can influence people, এরকম হইতে পারে। So topic of the passage is also important. Then the next thing, another issue which dash some deliberation. Now this one requires your grammar understanding. Another grammar clue, what type of word I should be looking for. So what type of word do I need here? Hussein Mahmoud, can you tell me je ekhane ki type of word amar lagbe? Another issue which dash some require. So I need a verb because together these things, they are the subject which refers to another issue. So etar pore amar ekta verb lagbe. If I understand this grammar point, so I will look for the verbs. And how many verbs do we have in the option?
Selection and requires to.
Requires. There is not a single verb here. Another verb. There is only one verb, sorry. There is a single verb, but there is no more verb other than the word requires. Ar kono verb ki ache? Eta ache. Influences may also be a verb. It may be noun and verb both, but an S, right? But there are none that can be taken into consideration. Tar mane ei duito word er moddhe jabe, but এখন again, which influences some deliberation, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't collocate with the word deliberation. Here goes the collocation. It requires deliberation. So deliberation may be required, or we require deliberation. Deliberation মানে কি? Some planning. So এটার সাথে influences wordটা তো যাচ্ছে না। What about the last one?
Rate.
Response rate is a collocation. Nothing else to be understood.
High response rate.
Okay. Response rate collocation. Collocation is a big factor in
5, 4.
Okay, let's have a look at the second. Psychology is a suitable course of study for those dash in all aspects. I mean, jiggesh korbo individually. First, you need to consider the preposition in, and then the sentence structure to think what type of word is required here. You need an adjective or verb PP form here that should go with the preposition in. Grammar ta na bujhle, think about preposition in and find which word should go with in. Let me ask someone to tell me. Mr. G. Hussain, can you tell me which word should be chosen here for the first gap passage? Mr. G. Hussain?
জি ভাই, আমি ইন্টারেস্টেড চুজ করেছিলাম এখানে।
Right. Interested in.
জি।
As we can analyze যে আর কোনো word যায় কিনা. Can we say practiced in? No. Defined in? No. Affected in? No. Applied in? No. Diagnosed in? No. So that means it's an easy clue that all these words cannot collocate with the preposition in. Only interested in go together because they are the collocation. So preposition clue is there. Okay, now let's have a look at the second. Second gap. It can be dash. Now, there is a grammar point B. So what type of verb form do we expect after B? Who can tell me? Fazle Rabbi, tell me. B এর পরে কি type of verb আসে?
Yeah.
Yes?
আরেকবার একটু বলা যায়?
Which form of verb do we expect after B? B-E. Should it be a verb present form, ing form, PP form? Or can it be a noun, adjective, what? That's the reason why you should be serious about your grammar class.
Diagonist. Which?
Okay, Kaushik Roy, can you tell me, Kaushik Roy?
Diagonist.
জি ভাইয়া ভার্ব আইএনজি যাবে আবার ভার্ব 3 যাবে
Verb 3, that is the past participle.
বি এর পর ভার্ব আইএনজি যায় ভার্ব 3 যায়
Right. এখন verb ing কেন হবে না because verb ing হবে না because it requires a passive form. Verb pp. Right?
Yes, sir.
So what should I choose? They are talking about, acha, Jodi, if I have a doubt, they're talking about the subject
জি ভাইয়া
or a course.
জি ভাইয়া
So a course can
Defined
be
হবে না?
Huh?
Defined.
Yes, defined. A course can be defined. There is a definition of a course. Okay. So first of all, after B, the verb PP, because it should be a passive sentence and it refers to the course, a course can be defined. If you want to choose something else from here, that will not create any kind of meaning. For example, practiced, affected, applied. Applied is applicable, but applied or shate, but there is another collocation. Applied goes with another preposition, so it cannot sit in gap 2. So define is the answer. Okay, number 3, option number 3, which are, so first of all, I have to look for a verb PP after M is R. ing hote parto, but it is again a passive sentence. Now you have to consider this time the preposition to. Right, applied. How do we know applied? Because apply to is a collocation. Right? Shakil, have you joined the class? Okay. Let's have a look at the third passage now. Let me clear all of these and let's go to the third passage. That's all. Third passage is here. So, yeah. Fine. At the bottom. First one. Okay, the moment you read the first line, remember, don't make this mistake. Some people only read the word before and after the gap, which is a foolish thing to do. Why? As I said, some sentences give you the clue, grammar clue, context clue, collocation clue, preposition clue, right? A lot of things. Look at this. The moment you read the word migration, so you understand the topic is migration, because understanding the context or the topic of the passage is important as well, because that decides the types of the words you are looking for from the options. Migration could be described as well-defined journey animals, but you have to read very fast. Make a journey animals make to a familiar. So where do we make our journey to? Journey to something.
The
So
destination.
familiar destination. So journey to destination, the clue is journey. And familiar destination may be a collocation as well, but familiar shadda, there may be a lot other collocations, but destination cannot because of the word journey.
Journey.
Gap number 2, all species, it can also be pronounced species, all species that migrate to do so for a common dash. Migrate, why do we migrate?
The reason, purpose.
Purpose, we always migrate for a purpose. Also common purpose is a collocation, and we migrate for Definitely a reason, that means a purpose. So it should be purpose. And the final gap, the third one, migration allows them to spend their life in more than one area and thus dash problems that can. Now you have to choose a verb that goes with the word problems.
Avoid.
Avoid. Why avoid? Why not something else?
Das আছে প্রবলেম আছে সো এটা ডেফিনেটলি প্রবলেম থেকে বাঁচার জন্যই মানে এই
First of all, position, purpose, destination, situation, they cannot sit with the word problems. Experience problems may be there, but এসিটা লাগবে তোমার এসি লাগবে না, এটা শার্ট করলে তো হবে না। আচ্ছা, and they're talking about avoiding the problem. Why? How do you get the clue? The experience problem naki avoid problem? How do you get the clue? Because they need to survive. So definitely they need to survive. That means they have to avoid problems, not experience problems. Am I correct? Was this explanation helpful to you all?
জি ভাইয়া
Yes, sir.
Then unmute your mic and give a clap. Good. But একজন কেন দিল, বাকিরা কি হতাশ? বুঝতে পারলাম, আমি হতাশ।
এটা গেল
So I'm going to record the stop.